I'm seeing stars in my eyes. I can let them go every.
So welcome back, Arthur's Day 2013, and 2FM, of course, giving you full access to the acts, but we're now about to give you a little bit more access than any of us were expecting. The original Root Boys, welcome.
How's it going?
It's going good. And now I know you're a bit tired, so this probably wasn't the best idea.
I'm starting to slip off, to be honest. The bed is ridiculously comfortable.
Imagine having one of these to yourself. Like, where do you go? Do you know what I mean? If you're over this side of the bed, you have all that space.
Do you go diagonal?
It is actually quite big, yeah. It's just there's so many of you, we didn't think we'd fit you on our little couch over there. So
The bed was a good idea. I'm glad.
Before we go any further, I do have to mention I'm loving the trainers.
Jesus, thanks very much. So is everything.
Very, very bling. Really like them. It's a brave man now that'll wear pink trainers.
Every 12-year-old girl in Dublin has asked me where I got them.
I think they might be a little bit. Or were they custom made?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, I'm quite comfortable with who I am, you know. So if you have a flaunt it.
Exactly. We can say no more. Like, you know, I think the innuendos are going to be flying now for the next 10 minutes. Certainly here.
We are in a bed.
We are, exactly. And we've got Declan O'Rourke on the wall in a certain way. But the last time I saw you guys was at C Sessions anyway, and it was my first time actually seeing you guys performing live. You've got some fans.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy, hardcore fans.
They're pretty special, like, and I certainly know, like, you know, Facebook and Twitter. Is that kind of how it all really kicked off for you guys with them?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, the first song we ever put out there was on YouTube. We done it with no label at the time, and it just grew from there. We just constantly talked to people, and it blew up.
How long are you actually together now? Because to me, like, I feel like I've been hearing about you guys for years, and you just don't look old enough for me to be hearing about you that long.
Since 2011, it's like 2 years.
Is that all? It feels much longer.
Yeah,
in a nice way now. I'm not sick of it. Not sick of his ring. I mean that in all the nicest ways. So tell us anyway, the album, the debut album, This Life. I mean, it went gold in Ireland. It's probably even more at this stage.
It's gone platinum.
Platinum now, is it?
We've hit platinum.
Yeah, we've hit platinum. So
yeah.
She's new. Yeah, there you go. Well, that makes me feel better anyway. So, seeing as you've got all the details on it, what's the pressure like then when you're going to follow that up when you've got such a successful debut album?
Well, you never really think about the plaques or the sales. Like, you always just think about like the moving forward with the next record. Like, you know, trying to make it a different, bigger sound. You know, just never, you know, being static on the one sound. Like, so I think we're all in the studio and we all have that in our head where we want to make the next album as big as possible. Like, so I think we've done that on the next album. And
have you got anybody that you've kind of wanted to work with, or anyone that you couldn't get, or is there a wish list like of people that you've got?
We've been lucky enough to work with some really, really cool dudes, like, and I think we've got a little surprise on the next album as well to who we've worked with. We can't really say now, but we do have a surprise on the next album to who we've worked with.
Do we have a tiny clue even? Just a what? No. Okay, nothing. You're giving us nothing.
It's all up in the air at the moment, so we don't want to look like idiots if it falls through.
Actually, in fairness, that's clever.
Yeah, with conflicting schedules, but hopefully it happens. And the result, we have a rough demo, so hopefully the result is awesome.
I hope now that the Guinness isn't flowing over the next day or two and you don't kind of get a bit loose-tongued and tell people then, will you?
I hope it is. But no, I won't be saying that.
And you've had an amazing summer. You've played all the festivals. Yeah. Obviously, C Sessions, you were at Oxygen, Independence. You did V Festival as well. Have you had any kind of time? And you did a UK tour. Has there been any time off for you, or?
We literally had like 2 weeks off before all this started again, so that was nice. But it's good to be busy.
And it's great to be over here for Arthur's Day. And I know you just came straight from a gig that you did down at, was it down at Stephen's Green? Yeah, how'd it go?
It was the most random gig ever. we found out today at 12 o'clock that we're doing a gig, and it was in Stephen's Green. So there was one dude there in a suit, boiling out. It was awesome.
He absolutely wrecked the place. There was no one, like, everyone was sitting down.
Was he there on his own?
Lunch. Yeah, he was on his own. And he was going nuts.
Half one in a day, like, and he looked like he was on drugs. Or something. Like, he really looked like he was enjoying himself a bit too much.
The drug of music. The drug of music.
I tell you, he's going to be first up front, I'd say, now for any of your gigs that are happening.
It'll be a bit of a weird change from the 14-year-old girls up front, but, you know, go for it. Rock
Listen,
out, man.
Beggars can't be choosers, you know. You take it where you can get it.
Absolutely.
So what's next up for you guys? Obviously, when can we expect to hear this album?
Well, the next single is going to drop in the next month, give or take. It's still up in the air, but it'll definitely be out in the next month. and it'll be on radio then, and we're really excited about it. It's a much bigger sound than anything from the first album, and we'll take it from there, see how it goes.
And I see that you'd also recorded a kind of a little trip around your hometown of Dublin for RTE there.
We did, yeah, that was pretty cool. We got to go back to the street we lived on, showed everyone on RTE how it goes, the Luke Kelly Bridge,
Yeah.
and the Olympia. So it was good to reflect. There was actually, I have a bit of a thing about her. There was about
Oh,
10,
go on,
there was
do
about
tell.
10 there was about 10 minutes, no disrespect to RTE, there was about 10 minutes of gold footage of this fella in the middle, and he took all of it out. Every bit of it.
They just edited me straight out of that video.
Was it explicit or something? Or
I'm a man for a sly comment, and I always say something that these two find hilarious, but no one else does, and they always just cut me out. So we never actually say it. No one sees me saying anything. Yeah. I'm basically the mute of the group.
well, you've got a platform now, and I promise you we won't edit it. Is there anything that you do want to say?
How you put him under pressure, you won't see.
No, there's not. There's absolutely nothing.
Don't say we didn't try anyway.
Yeah, thanks for giving me a big opportunity.
Listen, yeah, this is radio. We'd have got away with way more on YouTube. You know, it would have been safe. So it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. You're obviously going to be playing a gig tomorrow night for Arthur's Day. We don't know where it is, and even if we did, we wouldn't tell anyone.
Pretty much.
Brilliant, bit like the new album and collaborations. So I don't think any of our interviews are going to be as relaxed and nice as this one. So lads, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us. Cheers.
Sleep time.
Sweet.
Yeah, Jesus.
That was lovely.